old cowpoke went riding on one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yo, ghost herd in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hoses made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, and then he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught him yet, 'cause they gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay, ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yo. I was hanging round town, not earning a dime, out of a job just a spending my time, when a stranger stepped up and he said, I suppose you're a bronc rider by the looks of your clothes. But you guessed me right, and a good one I claim. Do you happen to have any bad ones to tame? He said, I've got one that's a good one to buck. At throwing good riders, he's had lots of luck. Well, I got all excited and I asked what he'd pay to ride that old horse for a couple of days. He said, I'll pay 10, and I said, I'm your man, 'cause the horse wasn't born that I couldn't fan. He said, get your saddle, I'll give you a chance. So we got in the buckboard and rode to the ranch. Early next morning, right after Chuck, I went out to see if that outlaw could buck. Well, out in the corral, just a-standing alone, stood a scrawny old pony, strawberry roan. He had little pig eyes and a big Roman nose, long spavin legs that turn in at the toes, little pin ears with a split at the tip, and a 44 brand upon his left hip. I put on my spurs and I called up my twine. I said to the stranger, that 10 spot is mine. Well, first come the blinds, and it sure was a fight. Next came the saddle, and I screwed it down tight. I piled on his back, and how well I knew then, if I ride this old pony, I'll sure earn my 10. 'Cause he bowed his old neck and he jumped from the ground. 10 circles he made before he come down. He's the best bucking horse I've seen on the range. He can turn on a nickel and give you some change. Well, he went up again and he turned round and round. It's like he's quit living down there on the ground. He turns his old belly up to the sun. Sure is a sun-fishing son of a gun. Goes up in the east, comes down in the west. To stay in the saddle, I'm a-doing my best. I lost both my stirrups and then lost my hat, and I start grabbing leather as blind as a bat. Well, he went up once more and he went way up high. He left me a-sittin' up there in the sky. I turned over twice and I come down to earth. I started a-cussin' the day of his birth. Well, I've rode lots of horses out here on the range. There's been one or two that I couldn't tame, but I'll bet all my money there's no man alive can ride old Strawberry when he makes his high dive. Many months has come and gone since I wandered from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Though a page of life has turned and a lesson I have learned, I feel like in those hills I still belong. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Now as I stand here today, many miles I am away from the place I rode my pony through the draw, where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Odelay, 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 odelay. Now as I turn life a page to the land of the great Osage in those Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black oil rolls and flows and that snow white cotton grows in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. In those Oklahoma hills where I was born. It's little Joe the wrangler, he'll wrangle nevermore. His days with the remuda, they are done. 'Twas a year ago, last April, he joined the outfit here. Just a little Texas stray and all alone. It was long late in the evening when he rode up to our herd on a little old brown pony he called Chaw. With his brogue and shoes and overalls, a harder looking kid you never in your life had seen before. His saddle was a southern cack built many years ago. An OK spur on one foot idly hung. His hot roll in a cotton sack was loosely tied behind, and a canteen from his saddle horn he'd hung. He said he had to leave his home, his pa had married twice, and his new ma beat him every day or two.